Hey, what's going on, guys? So I got a really great game to share with you guys today. As you know, I love Metroidvanias. And when it comes to Metroidvanias, right, it's two words. Metroidvania. Vania being Castlevania. So the two pillars of the Metroidvania genre. Probably Super Metroid and Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That's kind of where we stand with this genre. And for those of you who don't know, the best version of Castlevania Symphony of the Night is on the Sega Saturn. However, it is relegated to Japan, which is such a shame because the Japanese version on the Sega Saturn, of course, has a lot of great extra content, and you can import it and play it yourself, but since then, people have obviously made a great fan translation, and like me, there are people out there who would love something like this in a physical form. Well, that is where today's video comes in. My great friends at Pipedreams Games, I've already done several videos on some of the stuff they've made. Extremely high quality. They are now making a Castlevania Symphony of the Night for the Sega Saturn. So without further ado, let's check this bad boy out. So this is what I got in the mail. I'm telling you, I love the fact that, they're using these long boxes. They're really nice. Of course, it's going to look great on the shelf next to all your other games. But let's just kind of take a look at this thing. I mean, on the spine, it's going to say Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Sega Saturn. On the back, which, he makes all these himself. I mean, look at this thing. This is fantastic. It has even some cool quotes from, like, GamePro and Game Fan from back in the 90s. Really cool. Talks about the different enemies, bosses, hidden weapons. I mean, this is really slick. Something that, it's going to look right at home in your collection. Let's open it up. I always want to be careful because, even though these things are newer, they, you don't want to mess up the long boxes. So first, let's look at the disc. The disc itself is beautiful. Look, it has that, like, holographic sheen to it. I need to ask him how the hell he does that. Because, like, when he prints it, I mean, look at that thing. It has, like, a shine. But it's great. Really great art. I think that's like Maria or whatever her name is, she like shoots the birds out. So very cool. I mean, and look at the detail on this is insane. Like, he even has like game hints and like the phone number like that would be on this. Must be 18 years or old to order. Like the attention to detail that is put into all of the different pieces is always like such just top notch. I want to check out the book now though. And you know how I am with these books. There's these little bumps on the front, so you don't want to tear them. But first thing, you notice the back of the book, right? It even has an ad for Suikoden, which is super cool. That's like super duper cool. And you see he has his Pipedreams Games logo on there. It's real faint. I don't know if you can tell. But anyway, here's what the book looks like from the front. First off, really high quality gloss paper. Opening it up, yeah, wow. I mean, this is just beautiful. So yeah, a little table of contents, and so I like how he did the pages kind of like that, like washed out kind of thing. But yeah, I was right. It was Maria. So looks, they got Richter, Alucard, and Maria, and all of their controls, which is extremely convenient. So he has the prologue, has the characters, all their bios, which is really neat. Some of the bad guys' death. Oh wow, this is just really nice. Really nice. So, your regular starting the game, blah, blah, blah kind of stuff, telling you how to use items, types of weapons. That's cool. Kind of goes into detail there. Also, of course, it has all the stats. It's cool. You can actually kind of see, like, what the different stats mean. To be honest, the only ones I ever paid attention to were life, strength, and luck. But, hey, good to know. Oh, cool. It has special weapons and the relics, little pictures for them, and just other neat little stuff, other cool things. So, like I said, this is from Pipedreams Games. Currently, they work out of their Facebook page. You just go on there and you can message them directly. I'll have the link down below, of course. But that being said, I want to check this game out, and if you don't know. Just as an FYI, when it comes to Saturn games, you can play import games with a modded, not a mod, well, you can mod your Sega Saturn, but that's really expensive. But you can play imported games with a memory card, any memory card. But if you want to play a burnt game like this, or something like this, like a fan-made repro, you will need, I forget what the heck they're called. You know what? I'm just going to cut here and show the video of it, because I forget what they're called, but it's like a memory card type thing. Pseudo Saturn, that's what they're called. It's a pseudo Saturn card. Right now you're probably looking at a quick little panning shot of mine. I got mine on eBay for like 35 bucks. It works. Just look at exactly what mine is, and you can just find a picture just like it. They all come from China. They're all the same, like, you know, whatever. But that's what you need to play this thing. Without further adu, let's check this game out. So, this is a side-by-side comparison of the PS1 version and the Sega Saturn version, both running through SCART on a FrameMeister, so they're both upscaled. But you can see that, you know, the main differences are probably the color palette, and just a little bit of the animation feels smoother to me on the Saturn version. But, you know, when you have it side-by-side like this, it's kind of hard to tell. They're both pretty close, is what I'm saying, and which is good for CD quality stuff. But once again, I'm also going to show some differences in the sound. So right now you've been listening to the PS1 version, and now I'm going to transfer it over to the Sega Saturn version. So this is the Sega Saturn version of the sound. You know, some people are going to say that it sounds, you know, absurdly different to them, maybe. I think they actually sound pretty close. I do notice the sword sounds sound a little bit better to me on the Saturn version, but, you know, it's so close, it's kind of hard to tell. One thing I am going to point out, though, and this really isn't, like, specific to Saturn or not, but you have to listen to the voice acting.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh.
This game has notoriously bad English voice acting, but it's kind of part of the charm. I'd never actually heard the Japanese version of it, so here's the regular one that we've all heard, you know, time and time again. But here's the Japanese version.
The same could be said of all religions.
滅びよ、ここはお前の住む世界ではない。私は自らの力で蘇るのではない。
I'm sorry, but that just sounds like dope as hell. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's because I've been watching some anime recently, but like, this sounds like it fits the game way, way better. But once again, this isn't really like a knock on the PS1 version or anything. This is just something I noticed because I'd never actually played the Japanese version before, and that's like a drastic improvement for me. Speaking of drastic improvements, though, I did not know this, but in the Saturn version, or at least in this version, you have the ability to play as Richter and as Maria, and they have like two awesome remixes for the main music. So, you know, you're all used to the Alucard version, but here is the Richter version. Yeah, when I first heard this, I was pretty blown away. I was like, oh my god, like, this is the version that should be on all the time. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is friggin' awesome. Then I heard the Maria version. And this version, like, I don't know if it's, maybe I'm just drawing the connection with Sega Saturn, but this is like the cool, like, Sega smooth jazz version. And you know what? I don't know. It's between the three, it's kind of a hard pick, right? Because you kind of got the Alucard symphonic Baroque period style, then you have like the Richter rock and roll style, and then you have this kind of smooth jazzy style. I don't know. It's hard to say. I like them all three for different reasons, but regardless, I'm glad that there's three arrangements of this main track. That said, another thing I want to point out, obviously, is the fact that we are playing as Maria, and This is pretty cool, right? Like, you get these cool, like, you know, shoot these, like, fireballs, and you have this dashing electric fist thing. Very cool mix-up. I'm actually going to play through as her personally right now, because I'd never done that before. But regardless, this is kind of the comparison between the two. Besides these immediate differences that you've seen right here, as I said before, there is a couple other things, a couple extra dungeon rooms and items and bosses. So once again, they just knocked it way out of the park. I mean, you know, the quality is always top-notch, but just, you know, having this in my collection is awesome. You know, once again, I've put the link down below to where you can get a hold of Pipedreams games. Currently, they do work out of their Facebook page. All you gotta do is message them. But, you know, hey, thanks guys for sending this to me, because I am in love with it, obviously. But, man, this is a awesome piece for your collection. Definitely check them out if you haven't. That's gonna do it for us today, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. It would be fantastic. And as always, my friends, take it easy.